Good morning, dear students and friends. Welcome back to Prithviraj English Academy. In this today's video, we are going to discuss about Karnataka State Board's 7th Standard, Chapter number 18, Unification of Karnataka and Border Disputes. It is our social science series part. It is so, and this chapter is belongs to the second semester of the 7th Standard. Without a delay, let's start the explanation of unification of Karnataka and border disputes. So what it means, unification means, we'll come to know here, okay. Here we will come to know about the background and the important stages of the Karnataka unification movement. Unification means organized, yeah, unified, become one, because India, Karnataka got divided. Then after some times we became the unified. We'll come to know how it got unified and become one, okay. And along with that, we'll come to know about certain great personalities who contributed to Karnataka become unification, and we'll come to know about the border disputes, right, and especially after the 1956. And along with that, we will going to come to know a few suggestions to for this disputes also, okay. Now come to the introduction. Exactly, the unification of the Karnataka will going to start by the downfall of the Vijayanagara. Downfall of the Vijayanagara. Vijayanagara Empire, I hope you maybe know about that, right? So, that time, through the downfall of the Vijayanagara Empire, this Karnataka started dividing, because Karnataka came into the Karnataka came into the control of the different political powers, like it may be the Marathas, maybe, okay, it may be the Marathas, okay, it may be the Marathas, we came under the control. Other than that, we came under the control of the Nizams, means Nizam means Hyderabad, okay, and we came under the control of even the British also, okay. But now we needed the unification after the independent, okay. Now we needed the, okay, especially in our ancient Kannada, especially in a Kavirajya Marga. I hope you maybe heard about Kavirajya Marga, written by the Sri Vijaya. In this book, he was going to explain, he had described about our Karnataka, that Karnataka is from Kaveri river to Godavari river, okay. Here it is, Kaveri to Godavari. Here it is Kaveri river, okay. In Kodagu it will going to take birthplace and till the Tamil Nadu, okay. From here to till the Maharashtra here, Nasik of the Maharashtra. Between these area was the Karnataka, according to the Sri Vijaya textbook. Understanding my point? Such a huge. I hope when we are going to study about our South Indian dynasties, that time we maybe came to know about the Rashtrakutas, even our Badami Chalukyas. Okay, that time we maybe came to know that Karnataka was there from Kaveri to till Godavari river. Okay. Then, especially after the death of the Tipu Sultan, Karnataka got divided and it went under the rule of the variant people, especially the foreign administration, means we came under the control of the Britishers, especially here, okay, under the foreign administration means British administration, okay. And for the first time, the unification, the word for the first time it is used by the Mumbai, Karnataka, means especially these Dharwada, Belagavi, Vijaypura, these districts, okay. We are going to call it as a Mumbai, Karnataka once upon a time, okay. Okay. So here we have such institutions like Karnataka Vidyavardhaka Sangha. It got established in 1890 and under the leadership of the R.D. Deshpande. And this Karnataka Vidyavardhaka Sangha and R.H. Deshpande gave the perfect shape for the Kannada unification. Along with him, a few leaders also there in the beginning. We have in the beginning. Okay. So few great personalities along with the R.S. Deshpande. We have here Venkat Rao, Venkat Rango Katti. He has tried his level best to unify the Karnataka. And along with that, few institutions like especially Kannada Sahitya Parishad, it established in a year of 1915. Okay. Along with that, Karnataka Sabha, it was established in 1916. They are also going to try their level best to unify the Karnataka. Understood my point? Okay, now come to the, and along with that, in a year of 1924, Gandhiji's means Indian National Congress session was took place in our Belagavi. When 1920 Indian National Congress was going to took place in a Belagavi. That time Gandhiji came to the Belagavi, okay, to attend this session, and he was the president of that session. Okay, that function Huilgol Narayan Rao, the Kannada writer, who sang the song Udayavagali Namma Cheluva Kannada Nadu song. Okay, and it got the more importance for the unification, and through that it got more rapid speed after this event. And Mahatma Gandhiji also going to express his support for the unification of Karnataka. Unification of Karnataka means what? One more means in a one more word I am going to try to explain it. Unification of Karnataka means those are the Kannadigas, they will going to speak Kannada, they want a separate state, that is Karnataka. Understand my point? So Gandhiji also going to supported this one when he came to the Belagavi. Okay. Now come to the before unification, Karnataka's administrative divisions are like that. Karnataka was divided into 20 administrative centers under the British rule. Those are Madras, Karnataka, Mumbai, Karnataka, Korga, Karnataka, cantonment areas like Belagavi and Bengaluru, Mysuru state and Hyderabad provinces. Here it is 20. Okay. Madras, Karnataka, we have Ballari, South Kannada, means Dakshin Kannada, Nilgiri districts and other taluks, which was there in the British administration. Okay. Madras means Tamil Nadu. Okay. Karna means few Kannadiga speakers, they were there in they were Ballari, South Kannada, okay, these districts. And Mumbai, Karnataka means North Kannada, means Uttar Kannada, Dharwad, Vijaypur, Belagavi districts and other 3 taluks were there in the Marathas administration, and few 3 talukas were there in a British administration. Korga means today's Kodugu, okay, and they were there in a Chief Commissioner administration of the British. Then cantonment means cantonment Karnataka means they were there in under the control of the military, especially Belagavi and Bengaluru. In Mysuru division, that time Mysuru also there, Mandya there, Hasana, Shivamogga, Tumkuru, Chikmagaluru, Chitradurga, Kolara, Bengaluru, there with there. And in Hyderabad, Karnataka, we have Kalaburgi, Bidar, Raichuru districts. There in a Hyderabad province. That time before the unification. Along with that, along with these 6, we have 14 small provinces. Total 20 administrative centers before the unification. Understood my point? Madras, Karnataka, Mumbai, Karnataka, Korga, Karnataka, Cantonment Board, okay, and Hyderabad, Karnataka. Along with that, small provinces. Okay, I hope you understood. Now move to the next. Role of the newspaper and literature to bring our unification movement easier. Those are here, some newspapers also there, some literature also there here, especially in Mumbai, Karnataka, and few are there in Mumbai, Mysuru also, and coastal Karnataka also. Here the newspapers are Vijaya, Rajyahansha, Kannada Kesari, these are the newspapers. Karnataka Vaibhava, Suryodaya Prakashika, and Hita Bodhani. Hita Bodhani. Okay. Along with that, these are the what newspapers, very prominent newspapers. They are going to promote it about our Karnataka unification. Along with that, the writers like here we have the Aluru Venkat Rao, okay, and his book name is called Past Glory of Karnataka, okay. Along with him, Kuvempu, Huilgold Narayan Rao, okay, Huilgold Narayan Rao, okay, and along with that, Manjeswar Govind Pai, he was the first Kannada national poet, okay, here it is. Aluru Venkat Rao, he has the title as a Karnataka Kula Purohita. Okay. Hulgo Narayan Rao, who sang a song, Udevagli Nama Charva Kannada Nadu, in the 1924 Indian National Congress session held in Belagavi. Okay. Here it is Kuvempu. He is the national Rashtra Kavi after the Manjeshwar Pai. Govind Manjeshwar Pai. MG Pai. Okay. He is the first Kannada national poet. Okay. Okay. Now move to the next. Now come to the post-independent unification stages, means after the independence. First stage we are going to consider the 1947 to 1948. Okay. This time India was divided into the blocks like A, B, C, D, and Karnataka was going to reorganize as 20 centers into the 5 divisions. Which are those? Mumbai, Madras, Mysuru, Hyderabad and Korga. Just now we came to know them. Okay. Here it is. Okay. 9 districts from the old Mysuru, we got it. Then 4 districts of the Mumbai, we got it. Belagavi, Dharwada, Vijaypura and North Kannada. Hyderabad province, Gulbarga, we got it. Raichuru and Bidar. Korga district, we got the Korga means Kodagu. From the Madras, we got the South Kannada district. Kollegal Taluk, okay. Kollegala and Bellary, okay. In 1953 it got, okay. After it got included, but in beginning we got it 1947 to 1948 Ballari, okay. Okay, now move to the next. I hope you understood the first stage. Okay, during this time we have 5 division, total 20 administrative centers. Okay, now come to the next stage. It is 1953 stage. What happened in a year of 1952, Andhra Pradesh was going to demanding separate state for them. Those are Telugu speaker, they want a separate state. So they got movement over there, okay, revolution, Satyagraha in the Andhra Pradesh. So over there, the leader was there who was going to demanding for a Vishal Andhra. His name is called Potti Sri Ramalu, who was there on the posting, and he got died in the year of 1952. So over there, the situation got extremely bad. So immediately in the year of 1953, the Indian government was going to declare Vishal Andhra over there. Means for the first time in the history, so for the first time in India, Andhra Pradesh was the first state who got established on based on the language, that is Vishal Andhra, that time it is, okay. Then along with that, 7 talukas of Ballari were going to merge with the Mysuru provinces and progressing Kannada integration. Means by this one our progression was started, okay. 7 taluks of the Ballari district were going to added to the Mysuru state. Okay, understood my point? Then final stage by 1956. Okay, once they announced, the Indian government announced the Andhra Pradesh on basis on the language, then they appointed a committee to study about the other states. Okay, so that committee name is called Fazal Ali Committee. What is the committee name? Fazal Ali Committee. It is a reorganization states on basis on the language. They established, means they appointed a committee as a Fazal Ali Committee. Okay, and it submitted its report by 1956. Through that, for the we got as a separate state the Kannadigas. We got integrated by November 1st, 1956. That time our name is Mysuru state. What is the name? Ours is Mysuru state. Huh? And from that means stay in our Mysuru state, the districts are from the Mysuru also we got, from the Mumbai, from the Hyderabad, from the Koraga, and from the Madras provinces also we got the states. Understood my point? Okay. And in a year of 1973, name of post, our Mysuru state got name change. That is only called renaming. Okay, means on November 1st, 1973, we got a Karnataka. So November 1st, 1956, our state name is Mysuru state. Then by November 1st, 1973, our name is Karnataka. That time the chief minister of our Karnataka is D. Devraj Aras. Okay. Along with that, Kengal Hanumanthaya and S. Nijlingappa also the most important leaders, and both are the even the chief minister of Karnataka also. Okay, before the Devraj Aras. Kengal Hanumanthaya, who constructed our Vidhana Saudha in the Bengaluru. Okay, you should be know this one, and they both are the very prominent leaders of the our unification. Okay, these are the Kengal Hanumanthaya. He also chief minister. Even S. Nijlingappa also the chief minister. He was the first chief minister of the our Mysuru state. Okay, and D. Devraj Aras was the first chief minister of our Karnataka. Means after the Karnataka you got a name, that time he only the chief minister. When you got a as a Karnataka name, that time means 1956. S. Nijlingappa was the chief minister. Okay, after the unification, we got certain disputes, means clashes between the our neighboring states. Okay, first it is Karnataka and Maharashtra because of the Belagavi. Both the states will going to claim that Belagavi belongs to them. Both the states. Okay, even the Maharashtra also said that it is belongs to the Maharashtra, and Kannadiga, yeah, Karnataka government will say that it is belongs to the Karnataka. Okay, to solve this, Indian government was going to appoint a Mahajan committee by 1966 under the leadership of the Mahajan. Okay, and this committee was going to recommend that Belagavi should be there in a Karnataka, means Belagavi is a Karnataka part according to the Mahajan committee of 1966. Understood my point? And because of that we have constructed here Suvarna Saudha. Okay, Suvarna Saudha is there in the Karnataka, and we are going to conduct here winter session. Okay, I hope you know that this one. Okay, now move to the next. It is Karnataka and Kerala. Between the Karnataka and Kerala also have the border disputes. It is related to the what? Kasargodu. Okay, Kasargodu, the most of the people, 90% of people, they speak Kannada. And our first national poet M. Govind Pai belongs to the Kasargodu only. Okay, but when you got a unification rights by 1956, that time Kasargodu was going to merge with a Kerala by the government, and this was going to cause for the border dispute between Karnataka and Kerala. What is the place name? Kasargodu. Okay, still over there the protest is going on under the leadership of like activists like Kayar, Kinnarai. Okay, and this area is still means deep history. If you are going to take it, then our Kannada rulers were going to ruled over the Kasargudu, especially Shivappa Nayaka of the Chitradurga, who was ruled over the Kasargudu. Still, this matter is there. Still, we means until and unless we are not going to merge the Kasargudu with our Karnataka, then our unification movement will not going to get over. Still, it is going on, and still we should be fight for get back the Kasargudu with Karnataka. Then only we can say Jay to the Karnataka Mate. Okay, till there our unification movement is not going to be fulfilled. So we wish that Kasargudu will going to get back and it will merge with the Karnataka. So I hope, my dears, you understood the unification of the Karnataka and certain border disputes. Okay, so if you have any doubt, any suggestion related to this topic, you can comment. You can like this video. Okay, you can like this video and you can share this video among your friends. Thank you so much, my dears, for watching this video. Jai Hind, Jai Karnataka.